Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Author Chat with Shamel. I am very excited about tonight's topic. We are going to get into being more than an author. The Author Chats we're having every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as we lead into the Shoot Your Shot Aspiring Authors Workshop that is happening on August 23rd, 11 to 2:30 p.m. at the Hub, 6000 Briarcrest Avenue. Tickets are on sale now. In fact, we have 2 weeks left before the early bird tickets will be ending. In fact, there's some new things with the tickets I have done as well. Now, with the early bird tickets that you can purchase on Eventbrite and save over $20 if you purchase your tickets between now and August the 3rd. But now I've added, hey Erica, now I've added a PayPal link to my website and you can get it even cheaper. So now you can save over $30 if you go to my website and purchase a ticket to the Shoot Your Shot Aspiring Authors Workshop, because when the early bird is over, it's going to be $142.55. So if you purchase it now on the website, it will be $110. So you're saving over $30 if you purchase on the website. But if you go on Eventbrite, you'll save over $20 between now and August the 3rd. So that's the new thing with that. So Authors Workshop. So we'll be talking about writing, publishing, marketing, launching your book, all in that. And then we'll have lunch provided by Pyro. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to help you. I'm going to help you shoot your shot. Go ahead and I'm going to give you the information to go ahead and say, okay, let me go ahead and get this book out. Maybe you need to start writing it. Maybe you need to publish it. I don't know where you are in your journey, but wherever you are, I know that this workshop is going to help you a lot. So again, 2 weeks left for the early bird tickets. Sales are over with. Then we move into the regular admission. Also, the first 5 people get a free coaching session with me. 30-minute coaching session that you have to use before the year is out. And then it's going to be 10 people for the event. Want to keep it an intimate setting. So 10 people is the max. And then also, if you want to sponsor a ticket, you can do that. You can do it on Eventbrite. If you know the person, you can transfer that ticket to them. But if you just want to purchase a ticket and just let me be the one to give it to someone, you can contact me. We'll work that out through PayPal. And if you go on the website and just let me know you're sponsoring the ticket in the notes, that's fine too. And so that's still $110 if you want to sponsor a ticket, or if you want to get the ticket for yourself off the website. It's $110, so you don't have to worry about Eventbrite fees. If you go to my website, like I said, you're saving over $30 right now if you go to my website and purchase a ticket for the workshop. Oh, also as a reminder, I am up for Author and Educator of the Year. School is about to start up, back with the kiddos. But yeah, I'm also doing, it's 2 categories. Author and Educator. Sweet 16 is Educator. And then Author is number 70, all the way down at the last category. But if you can remember Sweet 16 and last category, vote for me. And then you're all good. So that's with the Memphis Elegance Awards. And I put in the description of this video the link that will take you to the tickets for Shoot Your Shot, whether you go to the website, whether you go to Eventbrite, all of that is there. And then to vote for me for Author and Educator of the Year, you can go to that link as well. So it's a one-stop shop for everything. Buy my book, buy my ticket, vote for me, go to my YouTube, everything. All right. But, and I'm going to try to, sometimes, okay, it's that slow connection, but it hasn't cut out, so we're doing good. Now let's get into tonight's topic. Well, before we get into tonight, let's recap what we talked about last week. We talked about setting your schedule, yours in all caps, your schedule for your writing. And this past week, your schedule, because your life is not like anybody else's, so your schedule is not going to be like anybody else's. And so it's interesting that one of my friends, he's working on his next book, and he was writing on it a lot this week. And actually, he was working on it when he got out of work and went to, and it's pretty hard to leave a job and then come home and do some other things So it's very hard to do that sometimes. So you really have to be really disciplined. And so even if you don't do it every day, it's just hard, especially even if you're by yourself. Single person, married person, it's just hard sometimes to leave one job and then come home and do another. So I've done it a lot, still doing it, making time to do the things when I leave my main job, and to the part-time comes the main job, right? If that's your goal, like we talked about at the beginning of these chats, what is your goal as an author? Your goal may not look like my goal. In fact, we're going to talk about what my original goal was and how I came to where I am now. And so it may look very different from mine. So yeah, your schedule, and you just have to say, okay, I'm gonna make the time to do it, and put it in your calendar and just do it. It don't have to be every day. It's just a matter of taking the time to do the things that are important to you, if you can, when you can, and if you can. So like I said, everybody's schedule is different, so do not compare your schedule to mine or anybody. You may have to wait till the weekend to do yours. That's on you. I'm not here to say you gotta do it this way. No, there's no cookie cutter way to this thing. There's no cookie cutter way to life, because everybody's life is different. All right, so tonight's topic, we're talking about more than an author. And this topic was inspired by an interview I did yesterday with WYXR 91.7 here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I was in the interview, I was just talking about all the things that I do. And the host of this talk show, a radio show, said, you do a lot, or you're busy, or something to that effect. And I was like, yeah, I do. Like, not to myself, I'm thinking, I always am amazed that, okay, when I hear, I know I'm doing a lot, but then when other people notice it, it makes me laugh and be like wondering, okay, yes, you are doing a lot, but it's all good things. And so that's kind of where that topic came from. I'm more than just an author. Did I plan to do this? No. So let's, just kind of talk about what is being more than an author. What are the things you're doing besides being an author? And so if you missed the interview, it's up now on the website. I put the links to the radio show is in previous posts, but I can surely put it in this video details as well if you missed the show from yesterday. And I came in at 1:00. It's a 2-hour show. I came in at 1:00, but there was another guest on there as well that I actually went to college with, and I didn't know she was going to be on the show, so I have to go back and listen to what she was talking about as well. So we ran into each other as I was coming in, and she was getting ready to leave out. So that was very interesting. And we chatted a lot on social media and done things together. So yeah, it was a good interview. And so, like I said, tonight's topic is inspired by that interview, more than an author. Now, look, I was just trying to write this book. That's it. All I was trying to teach girls, you can wait if you want to, and when you read these stories of the women, you're gonna know that it's okay to wait if you want to. And that's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to do all the things I'm doing now. What am I doing now? Coaching other authors, podcasting. I wasn't even planning to do another book. I was going to do that one book. And so now I'm podcasting, coaching. Let's see. That's all I'm doing now is still writing. And the list will continue to go on. Speaking, consulting, mentoring. Like, all these things came from the result of me just wanting to write this one book, and so which I did not even plan to be. So I said that out to say, you can do so many things as an author. What is your goal? And it's good to have that additional stream of income, especially in these days and time. And so I'm going to talk about something that I did at my alma mater, 2020, like last year. Go Central High School, go Warriors. Central D High School, go Warriors, go Warriors. But I had this paper here and it said, give me my money. And it was a catchphrase back during that time. And so I was like, I'm going to talk about streams of income from authors, because I didn't even know all these things you can do as an author. When I first became an author, I'm like, I didn't know I could do all this stuff. Like, what? Because you know why? Once you become an author, you have now done something that somebody else does not know how to do, or they want to do and they want to know how. right? So they start asking you questions. How did you do this? How does this work? Because they don't know. They've never done it, right? And so now you become a teacher, a coach, all the things, right? And then it don't matter if you write fiction or nonfiction. Like if you write nonfiction, now you probably become a speaker about whatever it is you wrote about, right? Then you're going to get into workshops, webinars about what your topic is if you're nonfiction. But also, even if you're a fiction writer, you still write a book, you still know how to write a book, and you still can do book clubs. You know, get paid to go talk about your book, and then there's lessons to be learned from fiction books too. You know, so if there's one person I know, she wrote a fiction book about the 5 stages of grief. So that was really tapping into a subject and making it into fiction. I thought that was brilliant. And so, but anywho, let me mention this also. One of my favorite authors is a Christian fiction author, and she tapped into some other things. In fact, my sister reached out to her years ago she was asking for me, like, how do you make money as an author? And the lady told her, the author told my sister, I can make a lot of money from speaking engagements, right? And so now she does master classes to help other people write books. She has a podcast. Now, she did write a nonfiction book, one nonfiction book, but she's written so many books. Now she can coach other people and help them become authors and write how many books they want to write, right? So I have a few streams of income for authors on here, but I'm just going to touch on a few. Now, physical books, obviously, that's the first thing, the book itself, and then you turn into an ebook. That's 2 different streams of income. And so then I just mentioned speaking engagements, webinars. I've done webinars. So you can do this all in the comfort of your own home. And consulting or coaching, I've been doing that as well, whether it be on breakups, abstinence, writing a book, all of those things. And then this other one that I have not tapped into, but I think I'm interested. Blogs, magazines, articles. So I do have a friend who did write for a blog, but I've never written for a blog. So I guess I could write about, I can write for a women's blog. I can write for an entrepreneur's blog because I have that experience and skill set. And so I get paid for it. So that can be something I'll tap into. And so, like I said, we definitely need different streams of income. The Bible even talks about having different streams of income in Ecclesiastes. So this is not something new. We need it because one income might go down, but you have this other one. This other one, you might not even need to leave your house to do it. You see what I'm saying? You could be making money while you sleep. That's a goal, right? That's a goal. And so I got this shirt on. It's an old shirt called "Building My Empire," and it's Proverbs 31:18. I also have a thing somebody gave me for my birthday, I think. It's called "She's Busy Building Her Empire." And so, right, I'm building my empire. I didn't plan on doing this. I was going to write one book and call it a day. But now I have written 3 books. I'm podcasting. There's streams of income to get from podcasting, which I have to tap into as well to learn how to do that. I'm still new to the podcasting world. And there's things I got to learn so that podcast can grow. Hey, Katina. Hey, Charmaine. And so, in fact, my editor of my last book is on the live right now. Charmaine, The Fun Day. That's the middle name, right? The Fun Day. And so, but yeah, those are some of the streams of income you can make as an author, right? And some people like to maybe want you to proofread. Now I'm not an editor. Like, I write books, but I am definitely not an editor. So it's editor, like I said, it's an editor on this live right now. So don't contact me for no editing now. That's not my line. There's some authors out there who can edit books, but Shamel is not the one. Okay, so again, you are more than an author. But yeah, I told the kids about different income you can have for author because they thought, they probably thought that's it. And I think they had never met an author before until I came. So that was kind of like, okay, I've introduced them to authorship and all the benefits of being an author besides just the book itself. The book is just part of, the book is your book is a business. Your book is a business, whether you know it or not. If you have a book now and you get ready to write one, your book is a business. I remember a lady that I follow that coaches authors, and she talks about how you can't spell. One it was a boot camp, a workshop or something, or a challenge, 5-day challenge. You talk about how you can't spell authority without putting author in it. Author is in the word authority. So let's take some authority. You know, if you're nonfiction, you are, and she particularly helps with nonfiction writers. And so you wrote a nonfiction book. Now you have a place in that subject, that topic. So I'm talking about breakups. I'm talking about abstinence. Like, that's an authority that I have in that area. So aspiring authors, tap into these streams of income and what you can do as an author, because guess what? You are more than an author. Author is great, but don't miss out on what all can happen as a result of you being an author. And so again, what is your goal? You know, as an author, we talked about that again. The first time we did the author chats. What is your goal as an author? Some people may want to just write the book and be done. You know, don't want to do all these other things. But if you're like me, you want to tap into what other things can come from this one book. And then, not to mention going into film, that's a whole nother thing. I didn't even talk about that, but that's a whole nother thing. Have you noticed, like the movie Forever? That's a book. Not the movie, the series, film series, what's it called? So to have your book turn into, to go to the screen, that is amazing. You know, that was a fiction book. And it went to, and there's a lot of there's some nonfiction. Well, let me not say that. I'm pretty sure there should be. I feel like there is nonfiction books that have probably went to film. I just don't know them, but I'm gonna look it up. What are some nonfiction books that have went to film? And so, but yeah, of course, there are a lot of fiction books that go to film. They turn into a movie. And I remember in college, we had to read books by middle school, fit for middle school, because I was getting my degree, my certification degree in middle school education. And I read The Secret Life of Bees. That book was so good. And then I watched the movie. I was like, I like the book better. So, and also Losing Isaiah. I don't know if y'all familiar with Losing Isaiah. Halle Berry's in that movie. That was a book. Didn't know that till I watched Losing Isaiah earlier this year. So it's quite amazing to have your book go to the screen. That's like, that probably might be my like ultimate goal, to have my book turn into something like a movie or something like that. So yeah, anyway, you are more than an author. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Remember, tickets are still on early bird period until August the 3rd. You can purchase on my website, which you can get it for $110 and save over $30, or you can go to Eventbrite and purchase it for $119.13, and then the tickets will go up after August the 3rd to $142, August the 4th into August 21st. So the event is August 23rd, 11 to 2:30, and we are only taking in 10 people. 10 people. So let's get ready to build the empire if you want to, with your book, or once you get your book out there. So, and then vote. Sweet 16, number 70, last quarter for Educator and Author of the Year. Now, I will be back again next Sunday, July 27th, for the author chat, and I'll let you know what we're going to talk about next week. I think I covered everything, but hey, any questions, comments? Nobody? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Feel free to share this video with those who are looking to get information about becoming an author, and just to see what are the opportunities as an author. Yeah, we're building empires over here. Things of income, like, you know, one income go down, you can work on this one, and because you just never know what's gonna happen. You can lose a job, anything can happen, and you want the stream of income to be something that's like you can make money while you sleep, you know. So that's what we're working on. So if like maybe your book sales are low, but you got the income from speaking engagements or webinars, things that, so it just can like come from different ways. That's the beauty of all of this. Then you have your ebooks. I do have an ebook version of Girl Forget All That, but I don't have an ebook version for weight. I don't know what I was thinking at that time. I guess I was thinking, excuse me, I was writing for teens. And so I don't think I was really, I don't know if I thought it was a hard process to do an ebook version, but it's not. And so I don't know how many teens read ebooks, but you know what? They probably, I don't know. Even though I work with teens, I never hear them say they read, I never heard them say about ebooks. I see them read physical books. So, but this year I'm going to ask that, do y'all read ebooks or audiobooks? That's another thing. Do like audiobooks, ebooks? We'll see. I'm going to ask, you know, and every kid is different probably, but I want to see just to get an idea of where they are. Anywho, happy Sunday. I hope you guys have a great start of the week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.